Hey guys, it's your family here, and today I'm going to bring you a bit of a different video than I normally do. I just was listening to another tech YouTube channel that I was watch, and he said something that really reminded me that I want to make a video about this. So this is going to be technology related, so if you're not into like computers and different standards and like resolutions and stuff like that, then this probably isn't the video for you. I'm going to be uploading a video soon-ish, I guess. It's going to be another overgrowth video, so look forward to that one in the future, but you know, maybe this isn't the video for you if you don't care about that kind of stuff. So this is also going to be more of a ranty video and about the different standards in computers right now. And so let's see where to start. USB, Universal Serial Bus. It's a good standard. It's pretty good. Universal Serial Bus. It's universal. It can't be bad, right guys? Look at it. It controls everything. You just plug it in. It works, right guys? It's quick, it's easy, it's simple, it charges stuff, it does everything you need it to, right? Yeah, that's true. It does do everything you need it to. But it's also very annoying. Now, back in the day, it was less annoying. Actually, it was kind of more confusing back in the day. So, going back to the very beginning, dawn of time, there was USB 1.1. And that was if I remember correctly, it was 1.5 megabit per second for the slow speed. And what was it? It was like 12 megabit per second or 15 megabit per second for the fast, high bandwidth version. And they were, as far as I can tell, I was luckily born way after this. As far as I can tell, electrically and as far as you could see, they were exactly the same. Then we go on to USB Gen 2, not Gen 2. What am I? USB 2.0. I'm getting ahead of myself. USB 2.0, and that was much better. It was 480 megabit per second. So much faster than 1.1, right? And it was universal. It was universal serial bus. Everything that was 2.0 ran at 480 megabit per second as a theoretical maximum, and all the different USB devices ran at different speeds because of the NAND flash, blah, 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 blah. And so it was universal. It was super easy. You just plug it in, you know you're going to be able to get the speed of that device. And that USB 2.0 was around for something like 15 years or something. It was around for really, USB 1.1 was only around for like 2 years or something like that. So now USB 3.0 is around, right? It's great. Wonderful day. 3.0. It's going to be faster, right? Yes, it is. 5 gigabit. Oh my god, that's so much faster, you'd say. What is that, like? Yeah, that's 10 times faster. Actually a little bit more, but you know, semantics, whatever. Roughly 10 times faster. Then USB 3.1 comes out. Oh, it's even faster. It's great, right? USB 3.1. See, with USB 2, they were all the same ports. They all had 4 pins in a USB device, USB 2.0 device. If you look in there, there are 4 pins in there. They just sit like that in the little case that goes around it, like that. 3.0 had 9 pins. It was 4 and then 5 just down below it. I forget if they're back or front. In the port in the computer, they're in front. So on the device, they're in the back. Anyway, that doesn't matter at all. And that's where I think some of the confusion is coming from. The confusion that annoys me. It's so annoying to me, I swear. It's so annoying. But 3.1 runs at 10 gigabit. Twice as fast, right? It should be amazing. It should be the greatest thing ever, right? 3.1 Gen 2. 3.1 Gen 1. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I hate it. I hate 3.1 Gen 1 and Gen 2. The naming, it's so stupid. I don't understand it. I don't understand why people say Gen 1 and Gen 2. There's no Gen 1 3.1. That's called 3.0. It's called 3.0. It's not 3.1 Gen 1. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. If you look at the definition on Wikipedia, it is 3.1. I'm going to be showing it on screen here so you can actually see it too. It's 3.1 Gen 1 is 5 gigabit, otherwise known as 3.0. It's 3.0. It's just 3.0. Just call it 3.0. Just call it 3.0. Just call it 3.0. And then there's 3.1 Gen 2. It's just 3.1. It's just 3.1. It's just 3.1. People, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. It's 3.1. It's 3.1. All 10 gigabit USB devices are 3.1. All 5 gigabit USB devices are 3.0. All 480 megabit USB devices are 2.0. So, people, just call it, if it's 5 gigabit, call it 3.0. If it's 10 gigabit, call it 3.1. It's not that hard. Drop the Gen 1, drop the Gen 2. You don't need that. It's 3.0, 3.1, no gens in it at all, ever. Don't bother with it. Now, the second topic is one, it's so annoying. This one, you could say it really grinds my gears. And that's about screen resolutions. As some of you know, probably not many, but some of you, I just got a new monitor here. It has a resolution of 2560 by 1440. That's 2560 pixels wide, 2560, by 1440 pixels tall, 1440. When you end something in P, 1080p, you're talking about how many pixels tall it is. When you end in K, you're talking about how many pixels wide it is. Now, 1080p is 1920 by 1080. 4K is 3840 by 2160. So it would be 2160p. You see what I'm just trying to explain this. I told people who don't know about this stuff to exit at the front door. So hopefully I'm just like base level telling you this. Hopefully you already know this. The thing that I hate, the rant part of this video for this resolution, 2K. 2K. What do you think of when I say 2K? 2000, right? K means 1000, right? Right? So what would you say is closer to 2000? 1920 or 2560? One of them, I'll give you a hint. One of them is only 80 pixels off. Only 80 pixels. The other is 560 pixels off. 560 pixels. That's a quarter of 2000. That's a little bit over a quarter. So which one do you think people will call 2K? You're wrong. It's 2560. Why would you call 2560 2K? It doesn't make any sense. Especially when you look at cinema resolutions, because 2K is cinema 1080. It's the cinema aspect ratio of 1080. Just like, okay, I've sort of gotten over this one because it's so ingrained in everybody that it worked its way into me, and I'm annoyed every time I say it. I realize I say it every time I say it. Like a couple of seconds after, I'm like, I'm the problem in this world. 4K is the cinema aspect ratio of Ultra HD, UHD. UHD is 3840 by 2160. 4K is 4096, so it's a little bit wider. If this is the 4K monitor, I'm the problem. I'm the problem right there. You heard it right there. If this is UHD, then that would be 4K. I'd be touching the edges on 4K. It's a little bit wider. It's the same number of pixels tall. It's the same number of pixels tall, but it's a little bit wider. It's 4096 by 2160. 2K. Oh geez, I don't remember 2K. 2048. I should have known that. I'm an idiot. 2048. So it's 2048 by 1080. That's 2K. That's 2K. That's 2K, people. Not 2560 by 1440. 1080 is basically 2K. 1080 is closer to 2K than 1440. That's why it's called 1440p. That's why it's 1440p. If you want to call it, if you want to go by K, if you want to put a K at the end of it, go for it. Call it 2.5. My webcam just slipped down. I need to find something to be able to mount that thing without it sliding down because it keeps falling over part of my monitor. If you want to call it something by a K, call it 2.5K. Call it 2.5K. 2.5K is 2,500 pixels, which is only 60 off. Go for that. Do that. Because this, what I'm looking at here in front of me, is a 1440p monitor that is not a 2K monitor. It's not. And so many people get this wrong. So many people that it's absolutely infuriating. The same way I'm mad at myself for saying 4K when I mean UHD. It's just so much easier to say it's so much easier to say 4K. And so I'm the It's so annoying when I say it too. Because I notice it almost every time. I'm like, 4K UHD. But like Newegg gets this wrong. I think PC Part Picker gets this wrong. I think Amazon gets this wrong. Just everybody has this wrong. And it's so annoying because 2K is already a resolution. It's already a resolution. And it's nowhere near 1440p. It's so much smaller than 1440p. 1440p has almost double the pixels. 3.6 million pixels compared to 1080p at 2.1 or somewhere around there million pixels. So it's like 1.5 times bigger or something. I'm really bad at math. So it's way bigger. I've totally lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Anyway, that's a rant. I think I've gone on long enough. God, they're so annoying. People need to stop. Just call it the correct thing. Go by what it actually is. Just go by what it actually is. It's 1440p, 2.5K. It's 1080p. It's Cinema 1080, otherwise known as 2K. I'm losing the ability to speak. It's 3.0. It's 3.1. It's 5 gigabit. It's 10 gigabit. This has been a rant. I don't know how to end this video. I didn't know how to begin it, and I didn't know how to end it. So I'm just gonna go to sleep now because I'm tired. Happy Festivus, everyone. Happy Festivus, everyone. Happy Festivus. Enjoy your Festivus pole. No tinsel. I find it distracting.